Hi everyone, I thought today we'd have a little change of subjects. A few years ago I was fortunate enough to buy a large collection of Figural lamps plus some very old lamps as well. You've all seen these ones which I put up numerous times. I'm downstairs in the hallway. There's a few there. The majority of those actually work, but obviously they're not connected, they're just used for display. And I have showed these before, but I've got some other ones to show you as well, which are too many to put in this frame where they're all shown. Needless to say, they're quite old and many different shapes. Anyhow, getting back to the ones I haven't shown before, I've just sorted a few out from a box that I had. A few more left in the box. We might have a look at some of the other bulbs. I've got loads. Anyhow, getting back to the Figurals, these are normally low voltage. Occasionally you get them that are on 120 volts. I'm still getting used to this camera. Needless to say, uploading took a long time again, so that's something I'm going to have a little look into. With this one, it's more or less just seeing the various shapes we've got. Little tips that someone might have. I have known collectors of these lamps where they have burnt out, the filaments have burnt out. What some people have done, I can't really show you with one of these, I can just talk about them. The little screw hole, this is a miniature Edison screw. What they would do, if the filament had blown out, they would remove that cap, gently do it in such a way as to release it without doing excess damage. Once they've got that out, they would grind or cut through the glass part there, or leaving a little bit of space so the cap can be glued back on again, and they would remove the old filament and replace it with a very small lamp, normally a wire-ended lamp, tungsten lamp again, of low wattage, and they'd fit this inside here, connect it up to the cap, solder it back, and no one's the wiser. It's just an idea, and I have seen that done. He looks quite jolly. These lamps are made all over the place. I don't know if we can see a name on that one. Presumably a lot of them have come from China, Japan, USA. As I say, these are more or less kept for interest If you want to find out whether they are working, I would suggest using an ohm meter across the contacts rather than light them up, because you can't always tell what voltage they are. Sometimes the voltage is written on the base. Here we have these are bubble lights. I think they work by having a filament or heater in the base which warms up the fluid in there and they start to bubble. I imagine a string of those wired up would look quite something. Always look on eBay round about Christmas time. This is where you tend to find a lot of Christmas lights. All the Christmas lights you'd buy now in the shops are mainly LEDs, but these are certainly not LED. They're quite fascinating. All different shapes. There's one there in the shape of a car. Another one here. I think that might be 120 volts. Looking at the filament in there, or trying to see the filament in there, it would appear that it is a mains bulb. Might even have on the base. Something written there. Looks like it says Sears, which could be Sears Roebuck. A very big, oh here we are, 120 volts, 5 watts. Sears, so it's possibly Sears Roebuck, a very large American firm. There's the lamp. And I was about to say, I'm having a job seeing these. Well, tomorrow is the day I go in to the hospital, St Heliers Hospital, and have hopefully one of my cataracts put right. Keeping fingers crossed that it'll all happen tomorrow. Perhaps after that, when I've had the other eye done, having the right eye done tomorrow, having the left eye at another date will mean that I'll be able to perhaps read the comments that are given to me on the things, and I'll be able to answer them. Because up to date, I haven't been able to fully read them. Not just seeing the figure, but it's the contrast as well. Did I show you this one? Don't think I did. Lighted ice, it's called, GE. It's even got a price on there, 29 cents. It's obviously never been used. The most beautiful lamp in the world, lighted ice. And this one, as we can see, is 120 volts, which is the standard American voltage. Made in USA, not in China. Adds glamour to holiday and party decorations. Cool burning, long life, fits regular C7.5 sets, multiple burn. No hunting for burnouts. I think what they mean is that it's what they used to call permanent contact. If the filament was to die, there would be a resistor in there, in the base, which would take over, and you'd see the lamp, or rather not see the lamp alight, and you could change it where the rest of the lights in the string are still working. Obviously you've got to make sure they are, well, funny enough, this is 120 volts, so it's not a series one, so forget what I've just said. These would be wired in parallel, so if one blows out you could see it and just change it. Anyway, getting back to some of the other lamps, I've shown most of these now. Anyway, I could be talking all day long, but I'm going to try to see whether this will upload any better than it did last time. Fortunately, the quality appeared to be alright. Okay, it's not high definition, but it can be seen and hopefully would be able to make out what it is. Anyhow, thanks again for watching. Any comments please make, and thanks again. Thank you.